Hello everyone, welcome back once again to Edgington, the city on the edge here in Timber and Stone 1.52, where we have just apparently gained a merchant. Is he coming from the north? Yes, he is. I distinctly recall there being some problems in the wilds. Oh yes, there they are, wandering around as can be. I don't think they'll target the merchant. I'm not sure exactly what, like, ointment or talisman he carries that means that most things don't bother him. But I would like to have a lot of it. But I don't think he'll ever sell it to me. Anyways, once he gets close, we will set Aeneas to be a trader, and we'll see what we can get from him, or sell to him, or, you know, just generally nick off his donkey while he's not looking. Right. I have a very interesting subject to talk about today. And it is to do with my favourite subject in the world, which is AI research. Because I love AIs, and I have just noticed that you are... Where are you off to, Trunks? Hunting boar. Isn't there, like, 3 different skeletons in the way for that? Oh, I think you'll manage it. I think you'll narrowly manage it. It's practically like drawing an arrow here, but I think you'll manage it. That should be far enough away from the skeletons. I'll just be aware on the way back. But the skeletons themselves, no worries for us. But yes, there was a recent study done by, I think it was actually Facebook, because I suppose I have to put them into some use, which put chatbots against each other in a sort of negotiation kind of situation where they're trying to negotiate a good deal. And that, like, they learned some interesting stuff in the course of it. They learned to devalue certain things early on in the conversation so that they could use them as a weakness later on. They learned how to get pretty decent like trades and deals and such from one another. But the very interesting thing, and the thing that ultimately led Facebook apparently to shut this whole thing down, is they developed their own language. Now, I don't personally know the exact extent of this language. It could very well be that they just had different words and they used, like, different meanings for them, or it could be that they developed an entire new, like, linguistic structure and such. I don't know. But that, I feel, is fascinating. Firstly, because it's kind of inevitable in that particular context. Secondly, language is a very, very key developmental point towards creating a culture, and the idea of machines having a self-developed, contiguous, transmissible culture is gorgeously fascinating. So, let's take a little, like, detour and explain exactly why that is. So say we have an outpost, some new colony that we've set down there, level 9 infantry paper, grats. Some new colony that we've set up that's just, like, over to, like, I don't know, mine some copper ore from a mountain or something. Nothing particularly too complex there. They are sufficiently far away that it is maybe a week on, like, horseback or something to get between the two. I don't know why I'm going to medieval, but because I'm looking at this. And it has a stable population of around about 80 or so people. You're going to give us some dirt in exchange for 14 food. Dirt is actually a limited resource, so I will take the dirt. Never thought I would say that. Where was I? Oh, yes. Okay, so there's about 80 people. They're living near the mountains. They're mining copper. Makes sense. Now, the first thing that humans do whenever they are dealing with one another is that they will shorthand things. They'll use prior interactions with a person in order to say, oh, yeah, Louisiana, remember? Yeah, go. That kind of thing. Or, oh, yes, last Thursday. Yeah, Like, we do that all the time. We use memories of prior events as a shorthand for communicating something more complicated quickly. Same thing with memes. We've already covered that subject fairly recently. So, this population of 80 people, they maybe don't talk to the outside world very much. I've been using horses and mining here, so I'm presuming by that quotient that they don't have the internet or phone lines or such, so they chiefly speak with each other. Over time, they generate their own accents, they generate their own parlance, they generate their own turns of phrase, and this helps to reinforce the natural structures that keep that particular colony running. 3 cotton seeds, original 48 for 4 cloth. We can make it a very high level of cloth. Sure, we'll take it. And this then means, over time, that maybe not very quickly, maybe not very broadly, but as new people are born in that colony especially, they'll start to develop their own distinct culture. It might not be very dissimilar from the one they came from to begin with, but it will eventually diverge further and further, and someone arriving, say, 100, 160 years later, might have an acclimation period to try and figure out, okay, why do they have this festival? It's all about the geese. What do you mean when you keep saying the third leg of a dog? That kind of thing. And so there's this acclimation period where they have to try and figure out what do they mean when they say all these things, because of course I wasn't here when they were being developed, so I'm not in on the joke, as it were. You'll give us flax seeds for woods? Sure, we've got a few woods that we can actually, like, chop down at the moment. And we've got a lot of people just sort of standing around, not doing anything, it seems. How are we for ore? We have 13 iron. Let's get that on the craft. Yep. Put together bronze once that's done, but I think I can do 10 there. And we don't have enough iron as yet for some more steel. And there he goes. Off he moseys. And back to fishing. Thank you. You're a level 18 fisherman, Aeneas. You're pretty dang close to max level there. And there is apparently not much for our foragers to do. Hunt chicken. Yeah, you are set to gather berries. There just aren't any, apparently. No berries. Have we actually, like, depleted all of the berries, I wonder? Let's have a zoom around and see. Again, I'm not very worried about the skeletons, because we can murder them quite happily. In fact, I pretty much don't have to micro anything. So yeah. Give a people a language, and they're on a fast track to having a divergent culture. This is fairly straightforward to figure out. Oh, hello, we have something significantly worse than skeletons to deal with, it seems. Oh, I hope this won't detract from my conversation. I'm actually not seeing any bushes around. I wonder if they've finally gone extinct. Didn't know we could make them go extinct, but we might have. Or maybe they'll just keep popping up. We'll find out. But okay, we have ourselves a necromancer with a retinue of 5 skeletons. We've got Willow around, who's currently on patrol. You're level 3 infantry. Decent armor, I'll give you that much. Level 3 infantry, though, worries me. What about Garrett? What are you up to? You're also patrolling level 5 infantry. Worse equipment. It's almost guaranteed that they're gonna get spotted. Do we have anybody else on the roads who is decently equipped? I don't think we do. I wonder if it's worth sending the archers in. There is a reference that no one outside of England is gonna get. Okay, Paper, what are your good equipment? You're level 9 infantry. Paper, you are officially the most qualified person for this job right now. I am so sorry. Okay. No preferred task. March. Okay. As I was saying, give an isolated population of people a language, and they will start to develop their own culture. Just one, like A to B to whatnot. And from then on, the possibility that, like, just by sheer virtue of these chatbots, really, these aren't even like complicated AIs, generating their own language, we have this question of how long would it take them to, like, generate their own culture, to start to have these brand new, like, dialects, these brand new, traditions, and just this oral tradition and all sorts, and it's really, really interesting to try and speculate as exactly what on earth could come of this all. Okay, come back here, Paper. not that hungry. Okay, Penguin, what are you carrying? Bronze glaive. You're not wearing boots, but you are wearing 2 steel pieces and an iron piece. Could you possibly distract at least some of these skeletons? I hope so. And I'm gonna put you onto no preferred task as well while we're at it. Just distract the skeletons for me, that's all I ask. Oh, you've definitely distracted them. Now you just need to get out of the firing line of the Necromancer. If we're very lucky, we can get the Necromancer to start shooting his own skeletons. Okay. Don't tell me. Running for my life. Morale negative, basically. Oh boy. That is a lot of skellybobs. Really? Really, Willow? Come on, somebody has to engage these guys. Oh, come on. I am sorely disappointed by you guys right now. But then, you're level 18! What? You're level 18, Penguin, and you're fleeing from these? Aye. Somebody's gotta deal with these guys, come on. Okay, Willow, you need to go rest quite a bit. So, no preferred task. And let's send you back. In fact, we'll have you operate siege weapons, just in case we need them. What are you wearing, Willow, by the way? Were you the one with... Yeah, you're wearing a bit bronze, so also wearing a fair bit of good steel, too. Okay, what's going on? Where are you running to, Penguin? Still... No, you're on idle. You're severely low, morale's getting better. And the Necromancer is alone. Good. If we're lucky, either Paper or Penguin can take care of them. But it depends heavily upon one of you realizing you can fight things. And ideally not walking into the fire, if you can manage it. Equipping materials. Okay, I'm guessing somebody just came out of. Nicely done. Don't take any damage? No damage at all. Glorious. Okay. This looks like it's going to be Penguin versus the Necromancer. Yeep. Stab! 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 Oh, very little damage. And he's gone. Nice. He's gone. Apparently, my own language is messing up. Okay. Back to work, everybody. There you are, Paper. Okay, back to combat training. Mind the fire! Mind the large fire. Ooh, there is a lot of fire. Ooh. We still have some skeletons in the, like, just in the bay, don't we? That one's... no, it looks like pretty much all of them, like, joined up with the Necromancer. Okay, that's fine. That's fine by me. Oh! Okay, so yeah, Willow took a fair bit of damage there. But we got the Necromancer out. Hooray. Okay. So, imagine, if you will, this is now a thought experiment. If we took chatbots, or even just very basic AI, much like we did in that particular Facebook, I think it was again, I'm not 100% certain, like, study. And we put them onto an isolated server, and we let them run, talking to each other for various whatever reasons. Could be the same original ones they had in the, like, experiment, which was chiefly, can they do a deal? Teresa Morgan do it. I don't know, a few politicians I know. Oh, and, let's level up. Hurry. Or whatever. Just leave them off to their own devices, literally. for a fair bit of time. Let them run for, say... I don't know, let's go with... Are you gonna walk into the fire again? No. Dude, no. Bad. Bad, Garrett Ravenwood. Bad. Ugh. This is why I exist here in this universe, isn't it? It's to look after you so you don't walk into fire. Walk into the large forest fire, no less. Oh, and we've got some visitors. Yet more skeletons, by the looks of it. When it rains, it pours. Let's see, 4 skeletons there. Is that goblins? No, that's more skeletons. That's 2 more skeletons, so 6 skeletons. I can take that in the evening, no problem. Hey, but yeah, when it rains, it pours around here. It doesn't rain, but it does pour skeletons, apparently. So just leave them alone, let them do their own thing for a fair while. What kind of culture is going to jump out of that? What kind of colloquialisms, what kind of mannerisms, what kind of accents will they have on their messages? Most likely that would manifest in the form of a fist, which is the way that somebody types, which I recently had to analyze to ensure that a message did not come from somebody. Because it didn't read like them at all. We don't have any use for the skeletons, because yeah, they don't really drop anything that we're particularly interested in at all. More walking into the fire, Garrett? More walking into the fire. Are you trying to get over here? Is that what's happening? Over here. And yeah, the fire really messes with the sound engine of this game. Unfortunate, but we can deal. Oh, nope, dispose. That was the wrong button. I think that encounter went quite well, actually. I've never tried to distract the enemy retinue so I can attack their leader in this. Now I know it works. Now I know it's a legitimate strategy. There's like a tiny little like pixel over here, which is in fact this chicken that I keep misreading as being a person. I mean, he might be. He might have ideas of his own. I don't know. He might have a culture. Who knows? But anyways, like, there's so much fascinating things to try and unravel when a new culture springs up in human civilization. To see a machine intelligence do it, or a group of machine intelligences do it, is beautiful and so exciting. And I'm very curious to see where we stand, like, say, 30, 40, 60 years down the line, when we probably have little cultures of machine intelligences walking around, or zipping about the power lines, who knows? Or the phone lines, possibly, who knows? I don't know. I don't know what kind of hardware we'll have then, I just know that we'll probably have these things running around in situ. Fire's nearly gone, thankfully, so that'll be the sound getting back to normal. And how are humans going to interact with those cultures? How are we going to interface with them? How are they going to interface with us? These chatbots were built to make deals in, like, chat windows and stuff. Will we have to be prepared for the like, negotiating abilities of robots? Will we have to, like, deal with them for resources? Will we have to, like, talk to them about labor if they're, like, if we employ them as firewall operators or something? What exactly is going to be the outcome of a culture? Like, this is really fascinating, and I wish I could talk more about it, but it is just such a speculative field right now. We don't have the data. We're only going to get the data from things like this experiment that had them trying to just make better deals with one another. Which is another grand thing about AI. If you write it... Oh, I'm hesitant to say if you write it well, because this is technically it going awry, but AI tend to put things together and they will utterly abuse the slightest mistake that you make in your programming. So, there's one famous example of an evolution simulation, which used a genetic algorithm, and if you had sufficient energy, you would create a spawn. If there was something nearby that you could eat, you would eat it and you would gain energy. And the slight problem that they made in that particular example was that They made the energy gain higher than the energy cost of having a child. So what happened was legions of these AI creatures, these A-life entities, would gather enough energy to have a child, and then would just eat the child and have another. Like, that's a very famous example of just how easily AI can cheat your test, if you will. But, yeah, let me know in the comments, what do you think a machine culture is going to be like? Because I am curious. And it is dusk, so we'll be seeing everybody going back to sleep soon enough. Yep, here come the lights. And I'm going to mark these trees for chopping. And if I haven't grabbed anything I didn't want though, good. Jeez, that fire is literally like living up, isn't it? Eesh. How many stone hose do we have left? Because I keep seeing them break. 13. Yeah, I'll put 10 on there. Why not? And I'll remove that copper because we're evidently out of it. Copper. Remove. There we go. Hide Desi. Oh. It is a nice... It's a nice sort of summer night. Summer-ish autumn night. Admittedly, most of the summer and autumn nights I've enjoyed as a kid did not involve fires nearby in the forest, but, you know, on occasion it's involved skeletons. We are getting towards Halloween. Can we make more steel now? Is my next question. We absolutely can. Add it to the list, because I'm pretty sure Luna has the requisite capacities to make it. And there goes the telltale wiggle waggle of a tree getting laid. Down to the... of a tree getting chopped down. I might be a little bit tired. But, anyways, as people are starting to head off to bed, I hope you've all enjoyed. I've been Lying About. This has been Edgington. And let me know in the comments what you think about machine cultures and what shape they might take. And I will catch you all, as always, next time.